You must apply the principle of truth. It is insane to try to replace the truth with any religious doctrine by prayer or faith. That's why the Bible said in the book of James chapter 2 verse 17, he said, in the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Not action of stealing, of robbery, of manipulation, of evil. Action by discovering, putting effort to what you are doing in everything that you do. Not 24-hour miracle. It's a nightmare. It has caused a lot of harm in Africa, in our churches, in our society, in our family. These things are what people don't think about. We are asking questions. What is the problem with Africans or Christians? The problem because our mind of Christians have been polluted. And most even here in Europe, our churches, some churches here, they are just teaching rubbish. You are not growing. Your mind, your brain has been suspended. Not to think. And the resources of God that God has given each and every one is your brain. Is your eyes, is your mouth to see, to feel, to breathe, to see, to walk, to touch. In any situation, no matter how tight things are, action is important. Just to do something, don't sit down and wait for miracle to happen. Don't sit down and wait for miracle to happen. You must begin to apply method, even though you fail. No matter how much you fail, the question is not how many times you fail. When you want to study the most successful people today, things that we are using, all the things that we are using here on earth, God did not create those things. He created the mist, the source. So people who have been created, go and study how many times they fail. Go and study how many times they fail before they succeed. But we sit there in our comfort and say we receive. I pray, I decree that today is your day. Tomorrow they will tell you the same thing. Next tomorrow they will tell you the same thing. The beneficiary of that prayer, of that message, or that sermon is the pastors and the GO and the church. Because you must sow a seed to that thing. The seed you must sow is for you to sow and begin to sow a seed and begin to discover a seed that is planted in your own mind by God here on earth, that you must replenish. You must be partaker of the earth. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, it said, go and replenish the earth. Go and subdue the earth. Go and take control of the earth. Each and every one is important. We are running from that responsibility because you don't know whom you are. God did not need to rain fire down from heaven to dry up the sea. There are equipment now to cross the bridge, to make a bridge. But there are examples that happen. The rod was with Moses. Moses was holding something in his hand to depart. It's an example for us that we must begin to do something, that God will begin to bless the fruit of our labor, the fruit of our hand. This evil message must stop. You that is watching me right now, and that will watch this video, I want you to share this video. There is something, a greater thing that is in you that you have not discovered. Because you are being told that you will not amount to anything, your family problem and what kind of problem. But the Bible said here in the book of Ephesians chapter 12 verse 6, he said, for we not wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the ruler of darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness of the high place. The Bible recognizes it as spiritual wickedness, yes. And in the book of Luke, he said, behold, I have given you power. Behold, I have given thee power. There is no specification of name. You have to accept that power to overcome, to step on serpent and scorpion, and nothing by in any means will hurt you. You must have that consciousness of reminder that you have the power. The things that we lack in Africa, somebody is not discovered to put things in place, because that is our responsibility here on earth. That is the responsibility God has given here on earth. Each and every one, Christian believers, everyone, when we got the understanding, we're able to create, we're able to do, we're able to contribute. All the things that we complain about, somebody have not been discovered. We have not been told that we Christians, believers, are the light of the world. We're the salt on the earth. Power has been given for us from above. But we must try, we must have the character, the mind of God, the truth of the Jesus Christ, the armor of God for us to overcome. You have not been told. When you are when you must pray, it is when you are doing something. You know, this thing you are doing, you need the guidance of God. You need the understanding of God, the wisdom of God. You begin to ask in your quiet time. You begin to have a relationship with God.